What up, y'all? The Jeff Wilson here. Now, you look back behind me, you see a handful of boxes and a lot of YouTube projects in works. As always, I'm needing more tables or work areas, workstations, whatever you want to call it. Well, to help solve that problem, we got something right here in this box. So what we have here, we got a nice 4-foot adjustable workbench. Now this actually does have the top table and a lower table just for storage and help a lot of stuff out. And this right here is going to be for one major project that I think a lot of y'all are going to like, because it's one of the lasers I've been wanting and it needs a dedicated work area. So let's get to work on this, get this table together, and show you what this table is going to be used for. Now, as we start to unbox this, to get everything all laid out right off the hand, we have this huge work mat, which is the same material I use for my mouse pads. So this is going to be real great for what I have in mind. I wasn't even expecting this right here. So looking at this, like I said, we got nice wood, not some cheap particle board. Nice and solid, which means we're going to be able to put a lot of weight on this if need be. Now, as we have our parts laid out, there's not a whole lot to this, put this table together, this workbench. I mean, we got our legs, we got some crossbars, a few nuts and bolts. We fairly simple, fairly easy. And then we can go in and talk about why we have this bench in here. Now, very first thing we're going to do, we're going to take our main legs and get some more extensions and get these slid in here and get them bolted up. Like I said, each leg's going to take 2 bolts, so 8 bolts total on just these legs. And once we have the legs on, then we'll come down here and we got our feet to screw in. So let me get right to that and get right back with y'all. Now, when you're putting the feet together, like I said, these do come in multiple parts, so you'll end up getting these, sticking your bolt through, your first bolt through, or your bolt through there, taking your first nut, screwing this all the way down, and you'll come on with the second nut for a backup on here. So whenever you go to line your legs up, you're able to keep everything locked down good and tight where it should be. So it's something to think about. Like I said, real simple, it goes together. You see, we already have 2 of them on there, but be sure to have everything set up right. Now, next thing we'll do, we got our cross bracing. Like I said, this is going to be our main support for this table to help keep sagging or anything like that. These cross braces, real simple, they'll just bolt on like that. Like I said, 2 bolts in each corner, and then, like I said, make sure you have your screw holes to screw the top on facing the right direction as well. And just like that, we have our main frame together. Don't get much easier than that. We're talking a whole, not even 5 minutes to get the main frame together. Now, before I go to put the top on, this does have an outlet box on here, and it's going to come in from this side, and it's just held on by a bolt on each side of that. Real simple, easy to put on. We'll get that screw down, and then we're going to get the shelving on here. So for this first shelf, we're gonna do this bottom shelf. It's easy. It slides into place and it gets bolts on all 4 corners. Can't get much easier than that. Now for the last step, which is the hardest part of this whole thing, is lifting this heavy 1-inch thick all wood slab on top of this frame. Now where this does have, there is pre-drilled holes all along that. So we are going to have to screw each screw in, and with so many screws all underneath, it's going to make it where we have that nice smooth top on there to make it where we're not sliding something and it's catching on a screw hole. But like I said, this is the hardest part because there's a lot of screws holding this top on, and this thing is heavy setting it on and getting it lined up. Now with this workbench, it also came with 3 panels of pegboard. Now, unfortunately, right now, I don't have a way to mount these in my shop because, like I said, these do mount to the wall. They don't mount to this table. So, it did come with 3 of these. I still need to get some walls up in my shop so I can take advantage of that, because you can never have enough pegboard, especially with my shop. I have a lot of it. I use a lot of pegboard for my embroidery threads, and so these panels will probably end up in that area. Now, let's talk a little bit more about this table. Now, one of the reasons I went with this Enjoywood table is the fact that this wood top right here can hold 2,000 pounds. I mean, I put myself several times over on it. It is not going anywhere. Like I said, putting this top on is the hardest part of this whole build right here. And that's because setting this top on here, it's a heavy wood top. I mean, it's not some cheap, light, dense board that you see with a lot of tables. And in this lower shelf right here, it can hold 500 pounds. Now, do I need to put 500 pounds on that shelf? No, but I did want something extremely heavy and durable that could take a lot of weight and not move on me, because what I'm putting on here is very expensive. So, as something to think about, you want a good quality table. It's not going to roll around, move on you. This thing is solid. Like I said, moving it over here to the shop took 2 people, because I mean, that box was heavy. It was all there. Like I said, we got this on Amazon, and Easywood does have a few different options on this table. They do have a bigger one on there. I do have links in the description to show you which one I got, and if you want to purchase them. Like I said, it's not an affiliate link. It's just a link to Amazon. Like I said, but they're down in my description if you want to purchase this table. Also, what I like about this is we got quite a bit of room in there, so I am able to put some bigger items off in there, and I still have room to store stuff underneath. Now, for the most part, this right here is going to be used on a lot of projects coming up, especially for this right here. Now, this right here is the Xtool F1 Ultra that I will be doing a lot of work with coming up. We got quite a few videos lined up for this. And this table right here is going to be its dedicated table, because I already know this is going to replace 2 other lasers in the shop, just for the fact I know what it's capable of doing. Now, am I getting, like I said, the lasers I'm getting rid of, they are some older lasers that I've had in here. Nothing new from the channel, but it's stuff I've had in my shop for many years. This right here is going to end up replacing them, because technology is getting better, and you don't want $5,000 worth of equipment on some cheap rinky-dink table. That's why we have this table right here. Like I said, it can hold 2,000 pounds, and I'm not afraid to set $5,000 worth of laser equipment on top of it. At this point in time, I need to ask y'all, hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with our upcoming projects. Like I said, these are still a few weeks out before we get on the channel, but like I said, we are in the process of getting everything set up right now. hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it around with your friends, and until next time, y'all take it easy.